A major debate is shaping up in Congress, one that may shake the foundations of American finance because it has to do with the role of the Federal Reserve, our central bank. For the past 34 years or so, the Fed has had a dual mandate: fight inflation and maximize employment. But in the wake of the financial crisis and under the cloud of quantitative easing, a growing list of critics want to draft a new job description for the Fed. Terry Keeley is one of those critics. He's a longtime banker to Central Bankers, who now runs his own firm, Sovereign Trends. Terry, you're among the people who wants to limit the Fed's job to price stability or fighting inflation. Why? A lot of people say, well, so that just turns the Fed into the ECB, and what do we have to celebrate about the ECB?
We have a lot to celebrate about the ECB relative to the Fed, potentially with regard to fears for inflation, Eric. You say I'm a critic of the Fed. That's not true. I'm somebody who wants to save the Fed. And I actually have hardened my views overnight since my article came out on Bloomberg News. I think the Federal Reserve should proactively seek a review of its mandate, proactively seek its restatements and its reaffirmation. Otherwise, I think we're actually running greater risk in the country.
Okay, you may not be a critic of the institution, but you're a critic of what the Fed has done over the past little while. In fact, you write, it has proven impossible for the Fed to promote full employment, maintain financial market sanctity, the sometimes referred to third mandate, and ensure price stability. Why would you label it? That is labeling what's gone on at the Fed an institutional failing. It's not pointing the finger at any one person in particular. Why call it an institutional failing?
Because it is the responsibility of the Fed, as mandated by Congress, to promote full employment. Let's understand what happens, Eric, when the federal government asks a federal agency to do something it cannot do. Two things, actually. One, the failure of that agency dilutes the trust that people have in the institutions that are governing them. That trust is a very sacred trust. In fact, it is essential for the market system to operate. The second thing that's really critical to understand is that it dilutes the people who should be doing those jobs from focusing on those jobs.
But that assumes, though, that nobody else could have done better than Ben Bernanke and Alan Greenspan. What if it's possible that other people in their place could have balanced the Fed's dual mandate? I mean, Larry Meyer said not that long ago, right, that the dual mandate is to balance short-run output stabilization relative to potential and long-run price stability. At least as far as he's concerned, and many other people are concerned, it's not mutually exclusive.
I can say just as many Fed officials as you can that are now calling for a reduction in the mandate. Plosser from Philadelphia, Evans from Chicago, all of them admit, Eric, that the only thing a central bank can ultimately control at the end of the day is the money supply and ultimately inflation. They have no other real powers.
Okay, but here's something I have to quote another Fed banker, this time Fred Mishkin, speaking in 2007, quote, said, "The rationale for maximizing employment is fairly obvious. The alternative situation," and he runs through a number of scenarios, is human misery, lower living standards, increases in poverty, etc. Many people would say that is what's unique and to be celebrated about the Fed, because it embraces something that is uniquely American, the concern for these people's welfare.
Okay, well, it's football season. Let me give you a football analogy. We keep on putting the Federal Reserve into a third and long situation, and they don't convert. Right now, Ben Bernanke's a little bit like Mike Shanahan, coach of the Redskins, right? A 6-10 team. That's about the best he can do with the mandate. Do we want a Federal Reserve to continue running 6-10, 6-10, finishing last in their division season after season? I don't think so.
All right, a debate, no doubt we will continue. Terry, thanks very much for joining us. Terry Keeley, he's got an op-ed on Bloomberg today. Check it out on Bloomberg.com. Terry is the managing principal at Sovereign Trends.